Bob Martin Sr. always answered my phone call. I could call him at 5 o'clock in the morning, and he'd be at his store. And I'd ask him, to see if anybody was there in parts, and he would be there. He'd be the first one there, and I'd say, Bob, what are you doing so early if you're in the store? And he said, well, he says, I'm kind of sweeping up a little bit and doing a little detail work before the other employees come in. And one thing I remember about Bob Martin, when I'd call him at 5 o'clock in the morning and I need a machine, and if he had it in Goodfield, we were in the Springfield area, I would probably have it in my possession between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. he would deliver it. And another thing I noticed about Bob Martin, he was always in his work clothes. He wasn't in a suit and tie. He was always, his trademark was wear his work shoes, and he always wore gray or khaki Dickie uniform with a hat to match. And like I say, he was in business with us. He wasn't just trying to sell something. He knew our problems, and he wanted to help us work it out.
Sizing at Martin's compared to some of the other giant companies out there, it's just more personal feeling. It feels like you're buying local, because they really are. And even with the Martin family up there, Bob Martin, I talked to him before. He makes you feel like a customer, like he knows you. And I know they got a huge customer base, but he's actually made you feel like you're a valued customer. And I think that goes a long ways with everyone on top of pricing, but getting that kind of personal connection with the owners of the company that you're just not going to see with some of the giant corporations out there.
Over the years, I've dealt with several salesmen on Martin equipment, and it all comes back to they all have the same thing in common. When they structure a deal, you sit down with them, they know where they're at, and we don't have to go through 3 or 4 levels trying to get answers. If I'm ready to buy a piece of equipment and I say this is what I'd like to do, I have an answer right then and there.
Describe Martin's in one word, I just say dependability. You always know what you're going to get with them, and just dependability. They're always there.